Hello, this is Andre with Tongue Tales on Monday. Today's tale is about the tongue of a 33 years old female with type 1 diabetes for 4 years. She also battles Hashimoto's and Graves' disease. However, these are now in remission. She struggles with persistent fatigue, insomnia, and nocturnal eating habits. Despite maintaining her insulin carefully, she experiences fluctuations in blood sugar, mainly high in the morning due to the nighttime snacking without insulin adjustment, and lows that lead to her eating at night. Her condition is complicated by high cholesterol, occasional acid reflux, bloating, and constipation alongside menstrual irregularities. Now, type 1 diabetes is also referred to as juvenile diabetes because it usually shows up in kids or teens, but adults can also get it. This happens when the body's immune system attacks the pancreas cells that make insulin. Hashimoto's and Graves' disease are also autoimmune disorders. They are like two sides of the same coin. In Hashimoto's disease, the immune system attacks the cells that produce thyroid hormone, which makes people feel tired, cold, and depressed. On the other side, in Graves' disease, the immune system targets the thyroid gland in a way that leads to overproduction of thyroid hormone, which causes weight loss, racing heart, and feeling of warmth and anxiety. Now, let's see what her tongue would tell us. The coating of her tongue is peeled. This is a sign of fluid deficiency. The tongue also looks dry. We need to nourish fluids in this case. Next, let's observe the shape of the tongue. The size of the tongue is average, which is good. It looks somewhat swollen, indicating the presence of dampness. We should look for other clues of either spleen or kidney yang deficiency, which results in dampness accumulation and persistent fatigue. Since there are no symptoms of frequent urination, coldness, or low back pain, we can rule out kidney yang deficiency in favor of spleen qi deficiency in our diagnosis. The color of the tongue is pink overall, but the anterior 1/3 of the tongue is red, which indicates heat in the upper burner. We can also observe that the sides of the tongue look pale. In the presence of a dry tongue, we think of it more as blood deficiency. The insufficiency of spleen qi results in sluggish production of blood and eventually in blood deficiency. Next, let's observe the texture of the tongue. First, we can observe a long vertical crease in the middle of 1/3 of the tongue. On a pale or pink tongue, this indicates spleen and stomach qi deficiency with blood deficiency. A deep crack indicates injury to the fluids. Next, we observe that the edges of the tongue look rough. This is also a sign of long-standing spleen qi deficiency. However, these irregular cracks in the center of the tongue indicate stomach yin deficiency in the early stages. Chronic stomach and spleen qi deficiency over time depletes yin, hence the insomnia and nocturnal eating habits. Deficient stomach yin creates heat at night, disturbing the spirit, shen, and causing hunger and insomnia. We can also observe red, elevated points at the tip of the tongue. These appear when an excess of yang qi pushes them out. These are like thorns. They are yang in nature. The fact that they are located at the tip of the tongue indicates heat in the upper burner. This is the explanation for the cause of the autoimmune disorder. We have to deal with heat or fire toxin that affects the upper burner, where the thyroid gland is located. Let's take a look at the sublingual veins. They look unremarkable. Now, let's put it all together. Spleen Qi deficiency is the primary cause of persistent fatigue and menstrual irregularities. Spleen transforms food into energy and blood in Chinese medicine. The pale sides of the tongue suggest blood deficiency, likely due to the spleen's inability to produce enough blood, which also affects menstrual cycles. Stomach Qi deficiency over time resulted in stomach yin deficiency, causing insomnia and nocturnal eating. The body lacks the cooling, nourishing aspect of yin at night, leading to heat that manifests as hunger and restlessness. Stomach yin deficiency is responsible for blood sugar fluctuations. The highs in the morning and lows at night are due to the inability of the stomach to generate and manage yin fluids. Stomach yin deficiency also causes constipation. We can say this because the root of the tongue does not have any thick coating, a sign of turbidity build-up, like in the case when constipation is caused by dampness accumulation. The inability to process food efficiently due to spleen Qi deficiency leads to the accumulation of dampness and potentially phlegm, like bloating, high cholesterol, and occasional acid reflux. The heat signs on the tongue, especially at the tip, correlate with the autoimmune condition affecting the thyroid located in the upper burner. This imbalance is due to excess yang heat not properly managed by yin, leading to an overactive immune system. Now, let's select the right combination of herbs. Huang Qi astragalus, this is the star herb in this formula. It manages blood sugar metabolism, it strengthens spleen Qi, and boosts the immune system. Shangdi Huang, Rosemania, another important herb to regulate sugar metabolism. This herb nourishes the kidney and heart yin and cools the blood. Baizhu, Atractyloides, strengthens spleen Qi and dries dampness. Fuling, Poria, leaches out dampness and strengthens the spleen to transform phlegm. Zhizi, Gardenia, clears heat and resolves toxicity. This herb can be helpful in reducing the thyroid inflammation and calming an overactive immune system. Suanzhaozhen, Ziziphus, nourishes the heart and liver and calms spirit. It helps with sleep disturbances. Finally, Dangwei nourishes and harmonizes the blood and is useful for menstrual irregularities. This concludes our presentation for this case. Now, if you have a health issue and would like to know what your tongue tells on you, please send us an image of your tongue and we'll speak about it next. I'm Andre with Tongue Tales on Monday, and I will see you next Monday.